Hello and welcome back to another mini-series of Rewriting History on Football Manager 2023. In this mini-series, we are taking charge of Arsenal as they push to try and win the league title. Obviously, it's the back end of last season. We've got the real results in, well, apart from one. For some reason, the game between Man City and Arsenal that happened towards the end of the season, I've managed to start this game several times, and I was just waiting for the moment where Man City actually beat Arsenal in that game, because obviously it was all simulated. Just that one game was all simulated. And finally we've done it. So they're on the right number of points. Each of their goal difference is 2 off, but hopefully that won't make too much of a difference. Before we get into this properly though, I have done a few other mini-series of Rewriting History where we've taken charge of Southampton, Dortmund and Espanyol. So if you want to go and watch them either after this video or right now, feel free. There's a playlist on the channel. But let's get into this with Arsenal. So we've got 5 games left to try and win the league title. Manchester City are 2 points ahead of us, so we're relying on them dropping points. We are going to be playing the games against 11th place Chelsea and 3rd place Newcastle in this episode, and then we'll play the final 3 league games in the next episode. So just before we head into this video, if you like the concept of the video, please hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts on how you think I'm going to do in the comment section down below. So this is the lineup that we're going with for this first game in charge of Arsenal against Chelsea. It's a big one. We've got Ramsdale in goal as a sweeper keeper on support. Ben White is at fullback on the right-hand side, playing as a fullback on support. We've got Zinchenko on the left-hand side as a complete wing-back on support. And then we've got the 2 ball-playing defenders in Saliba and Gabriel in the centre of defence. In midfield, we have Partey playing as a deep-lying playmaker and Xhaka as a centre-mid on support. At right wing, we've got an inverted winger, Bukayo Saka. And left wing is Martinelli playing as an inverted winger as well. Odegaard is advanced playmaker in attacking centre midfield. And then Gabriel Jesus is our lone striker today as a pressing forward on attack. We obviously have plenty of options on the bench, which I think I have to amend because are you only allowed 9 subs? You're only allowed 9 subs. So I'm going to have to do a bit of tinkering on the bench. One sec. There we go. Bench all sorted now. So we've got Trossard on the bench, who's obviously signed for Arsenal in the January from Brighton. So we might see him today. So first chance of the game, it's Chelsea playing it out from the back. It's Chilwell, who's got a bit of space at left back now, but he's getting closed down quite quickly. Felix now with a through ball to Kai Havertz, and this could be dangerous for us. It's Kai Havertz through on goal, and it's some good defending there from Gabriel, getting back in time to block that shot from Havertz. Mount with a corner, whips it in, headed away by Gabriel, and that is the danger over for now, as Mount has a free kick for Chelsea now, whipped into the box, headed away by Ben White. Now Jesus can pick that up. Martinelli now with a bit of space to run into on the left-hand side. Can we get them on the counter-attack? Martinelli, Chelsea getting players back, flooding players back in fact. Now Odegaard to Jesus, out wide right to Ben White, who's got a bit of space and time to get a ball into the box here possibly. He's getting closed down now though. Plays it back to Thomas Partey, who finds a cross towards Jesus, headed away by Wesley Fofana. Now it's Odegaard to Martinelli. Thiago Silva manages to scramble that away, but we continue coming forward or not. Free kick. Odegaard to take it. It's deflected off the wall and Mendy should easily pick that up. Lots of chances early in this game though. Saliba on the halfway line with a free kick. Plays it short to Xhaka. Great pass from him to Martinelli. Martinelli with a chance now. It's Gabriel Martinelli and it's a good save from Mendy. I say it's a good save. Martinelli pretty much just tapped that to him. Throw in on the right-hand side. We're getting into this game now. It's Saka. Finds the ball to White. Now Thomas Partey, lots of time to get a ball into the box. Headed away, but only to White. And it's a bad touch, but he's fortunate there. It falls to him from Enzo. And Martinelli with a header. And it's 1-0 after 35 minutes. A lot of luck in that goal, but I'm not complaining. We've managed to get a lead just before half-time. A great header from Martinelli. It was Ben White, who looked like he'd made a mistake. We're going to see it here. It was headed away by Chilwell. White with a bad touch. Enzo with a tackle, but it just fell straight back to the feet of White. Ball to the back post, and then Martinelli with a beautiful header looping over the goalkeeper to make it 1-0. Throw in for Chelsea. We're still in the first half. It's Raheem Sterling running down the right-hand side. It'd be great if we could get into the half-time break a goal up as Odegaard picks that up at the back and plays it back to the goalkeeper. Playing it safe rather than just trying to aimlessly find someone up the pitch. As Zinchenko finds Martinelli now. Odegaard to Jesus. Through ball. Bad through ball, but it's going to be fortune again for us as Martinelli gets the ball into the box, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Almost another defensive tackle that just sort of went in our advantage, really. Went on in our favour as Odegaard plays a corner across, and that is headed away by Wesley Fofana. But Saka's on the edge of the box now. It's Bukayo Saka, and it's blocked by the Chelsea defender, and another Arsenal corner as we are 7 minutes away from the break now, and we're just piling the pressure on. Odegaard to take this corner from the right-hand side. Whips it in near post. It's Saliba and William Saliba. I said his name wrong because I thought it was going to be Saka. And we have taken a 2-goal lead. 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. William Saliba with a beautiful near post header. Odegaard with a great ball as well. Saliba just jumping above every one of the Chelsea defenders, and we are looking pretty comfortable heading in to the half-time break. This would take us at least temporarily up to the top of the table above Man City, who don't play until tomorrow, where they face Fulham. But Gabriel with a great interception there. Now Martinelli, we're on the attack once more. Can we get a third before half-time? Martinelli, he's got the beating of that defender. It's Martinelli into the box now. Martinelli, what a solo goal that would have been, but it wasn't to be, as the finish was just lacking. Zinchenko with a throw-in on the left-hand side with just about a minute to go, plus stoppage time in the first half. Xhaka, great ball, looking for Martinelli, but Mendy comes out and collects that quite easily in the Chelsea goal. Mendy now looking to build something from the back. Chelsea will be looking for a goal just before half-time. It's a long ball forward, looking towards Kai Havertz, headed away by Gabriel. Mount gets it though, and now it's João Felix for Chelsea. That's a bad pass from him, and White can pick that up for us and just calm things down a little bit. Ben White once more on the ball. Finds Bukayo Saka inside to Granit Xhaka. And there's a lot of space for Zinchenko on the left, which is exactly where Xhaka goes. And now Martinelli with some space to run into himself. Running down, they're getting closed down by 2 Chelsea players. Plays it back to Zinchenko. Now Martinelli in the box. Now it's Martinelli with a shot. And it's a good save from Mendy once more. He's been very, very busy in the Chelsea goal. That's probably one of the reasons why he's conceded 2 already. As Mendy plays yet another long ball forward towards João Felix this time. But Saliba wins the header. Now Xhaka. And this highlight just continues. Martinelli with good chest control. Ball low into the box to Odegaard. Odegaard with a bit of luck. And Odegaard with the third. Once again, it's a Chelsea tackle that just doesn't have enough behind it. And we managed to keep possession of the ball. And then Odegaard with a beautiful finish. It was Xhaka with the looping ball down the left-hand side. Martinelli with some good chest control, which kind of looked like a handball. Fofana tried to tackle on Odegaard, but was unsuccessful. And Odegaard just firing that past Mendy and firing us to a 3-goal lead. Half-time, and I'm a little bit concerned only about one thing, and that is Granit Xhaka on a yellow card and looking aggressive. I don't want us to go down to 10 men. When he's not really been one of our better performers, so I think we can probably risk taking him off, actually. We're going to bring on El Neni for him. But then El Neni is a ball-winning midfielder, so that's going to... Actually, I don't think we'll suffer too much from going a bit defensive. We've got a 3-goal lead, so adding a ball-winning midfielder in for a centre midfielder on support isn't too bad, I don't think. We just don't really have enough attacking duties on for the positive mentality, so I might have to switch our wingers up to attack. I can't remember how many duties you meant to have. I think it's like 3 to 5 for a positive mentality. I might be thinking of the older versions of the games, but I'm assuming it's still the same in this one. So highlights straight from second half kickoff. El Neni is on the field now. It's Martinelli, though, running down the left-hand side, looking to be a creator of our 4th goal. It's a looping cross to the back post, and that's headed away by Chilwell. And I don't know what that highlight was, really. Corner for Chelsea, looking to get back into this game. It's Mason Mount to take it from the right-hand side into the near post. It's Fofana, and has that gone in? It's gone over the goal. I saw the net ripple, but it headed over the goal and off the back of the net, but in the wrong side, obviously. Chelsea on the attack once more, though. Chilwell gets the ball back from João Felix. Into the box, no one there. Saliba heads it clear, but it falls to James. It's James with a shot, and it's a good save from Ramsdale, although that shot was going wide, it looked like. El Neni at the back finds Odegaard. Now Saliba. Zinchenko. Back to Odegaard. Short pass and play from us. It's just... You love to see it, really, as long as we don't make any mistakes. And Saliba, once more on the ball, finds Zinchenko. He's gone a bit wider now. Bit of space to run into. Forward to Martinelli now. And back once more to Saliba. There's no rush now. We're 3-0 up. We don't need to attack, but obviously the way that I've got them to play, they're going to attack. Saka, great through ball. Gabriel Jesus, can he get a goal? It's Jesus, and it's a beautiful finish. A great through ball, and it's 4-0. Surely we can't throw this away now. So Jesus with a one-touch pass to Saka. Saka with a touch to control, and then A great through ball to Jesus, who just dinks that past Mendy in the Chelsea goal, and we're 4-0 up. In real life, this finished 3-1 to Arsenal, so we're doing a bit better than real life already. And like I said, this would take us top of the table by a point to Man City, who would have that game against Fulham to play. But Kante looking to narrow the deficit, but that is a good deflection once more from Gabriel. He's been great at the back today. That's two shots he's deflected so far that we've seen. But Enzo with the corner for Chelsea, looking to get a goal back with about half an hour to go. It's headed away by Gabriel once more, though, and hopefully we can get rid of this as Kante finds Thiago Silva on the edge of the box. And it looks like we're just going to, we just pressured them away from the situation there, which was good defending from us. Just about 25 minutes left to play, and we are going to take Martinelli off. He's done very well for us today. I think he's our best player out there. He is. He's on an 8.3, our best player. We're going to bring on Leandro Trossard at left wing, just to make sure that Martinelli gets a bit of a rest. Throw in an advanced position. It's Partey. Great ball to Saka. Saka's in the box now. Can he score? It's deflected. And fortunately for Chelsea, at least, deflects over from a Felix deflection. But we have a corner from that shot. And now Odegaard to take it. We've already got one goal from a corner. This time, it's headed away by Aubameyang, former Arsenal player. But Trossard's got it on the edge of the box. And that's a deflected shot and just over the bar from Odegaard's very low shot there. Another corner, Odegaard taking it from the left-hand side this time. Can we get a fifth goal into the back post, headed away? Now Saka on the edge of the box, that's dispossessed, and Kante can come away with it. He's not got much support though. We've got plenty of men back, and he's been forced to go back to the right back as Piliqueta, and that was that. As Cucurella now comes forward for Chelsea, at least he did for a second. He's played it back to Silva now, inside to Kante, and N'Golo Kante now on a bit of a run. Finds Sterling down the right-hand side, looking to get a ball into the box. Aubameyang is at the back post, and that is looped over the bar from former Arsenal man Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Just about to make a change there, but we'll let this highlight play out. So Odegaard with a very poor pass there. Cucurella coming in to intercept well, and now he's on an amazing run himself. He's going to go all the way himself, is he? It's Cucurella. That would have been some goal from the left back. So it's another two changes coming up to our attacking midfield lineup. Reece Nelson is coming on for Bukayo Saka at right wing, and Odegaard is coming off, and we'll bring on Vieira for him simply once again to rest them. They're looking tired. Corner kick. Can we get a fifth before full time? It would be nice. Just feels like a bit of a rounder number than 4 as Vieira plays the ball in. El Neni was there, headed away by Aubameyang once again. Trossard though, and that is a terrible effort from Trossard. Aubameyang has done very well defensively, even though they're 4-0 down. He's been heading the ball away like crazy whenever there's been a set piece, but it's not really what he's on the pitch to do, is it? As Zinchenko moves forward with the ball for us now, down the left-hand side once more. We've had a lot of luck down this left-hand side, inside to Vieira. Great ball to Trossard. Can he get a goal? Is that going to be a foul? It's Jesus, and that is the most strangest goal that I've seen in a long time on the game. It looked like the ball just bounced off Jesus for him to get his second of the game, but we are now 5-0 up. We'll take a look at the replay. Zinchenko with the ball inside to Fabio Vieira, who finds a lovely through ball to Trossard. Trossard with a heavy first touch. Fortunate bounce, and then Jesus just nips in there. He might have deliberately just got a bit of a toe to it. And it is 5-0 now. Possibly a chance for a sixth here as well. Vieira with the ball into the box. Koulibaly heads that away, but it comes to a Chelsea. No, it doesn't come to an Arsenal player. Kante headed it further, but Vieira, another chance to get a ball in. Nelson's there at the back post. Is that going to be a penalty? Cucurella sticking the leg out, and I think he's tripped Nelson up. We're going to check, as always, with VAR, but the referee has blown for the penalty kick. Is it going to be confirmed by VAR? Are we going to have a chance for a sixth goal? And is Jesus going to have a chance for a hat-trick here? He is indeed, and he fires that just past Mendy. Mendy diving the right way, but he has scored a hat-trick. 6-0 to Arsenal against Chelsea. Now we're just praying on a miracle from Fulham at Craven Cottage tomorrow. That was a very poor goalkeeping from Mendy as well. That literally went through his hand. Another chance late on, headed away by Koulibaly. It could actually be a Chelsea counter-attacking chance. Hopefully we can hold on to the clean sheet. It's Kante running down the right-hand side. Saliba with a great challenge though. He's been excellent today in defence, as has Gabriel. The whole team have really. And now Fabio Vieira with the ball out left to Zinchenko. Can we get a seventh before full time? Ball into the box. Koulibaly collects that. And then calmly, a bit too calmly for my liking with the number of Arsenal players that were up there. But not for my liking because I'm not a Chelsea manager. But you get what I mean, as El Neni just hoofs that forward, and that is going to be out for a goal kick. And I'm pretty sure the referee is going to blow for the full-time whistle. And there it is, just as I said. And it is a 6-0 win in our first game in charge of Arsenal. Great stuff. We have started things off as we mean to go on. So now we just need to see how Man City do against Fulham. And as you would expect, Man City have beaten Fulham 2-0 in the end. Mahrez and Haaland on the score sheet. So we're still 2 points behind them with 4 games to go. So if you've not seen one of these rewriting history episodes before, what we like to do at the end of every game week is just compare the real life table to the in-game table. So there are going to be a few errors here, but just because some of the results for those are a bit wrong, but everything is pretty much spot on for the 2 teams that we're focusing on, Man City and Arsenal. So it's not too much of an issue, but you'll see that like teams like Brighton, they're a bit higher than they would have been. But in terms of us, 2 points behind on 78 points, Man City on 80 points. It's exactly how it was in real life. Goal difference is only 1 worse off for Man City, and we've got a 6 better off goal difference. Some of that is to do with us winning the last game 6-0, and some of that is to do with the fact that the Arsenal-Man City game that I think ended 3-1 in real life actually ended 3-2 in the game. We will take a look at the positions elsewhere as well, just like in the relegation zone. So Southampton obviously down there, they've got the same number of points as they had in real life. Everton are 2 points worse off. No, they're not. Everton are the same as they are, but Nottingham Forest are 3 points worse off than they were at this stage in real life. So it's almost time for our second game in charge of Arsenal and the final game of this episode. But first, we have Man City against Leeds on the 2 o'clock kickoff on the Sunday. If Leeds can perform a miracle here, we go into the game against Newcastle knowing that a win would send us top of the table. Let's see what they can do. And as you would have guessed, 2-0 to Man City. So it looks like Leeds got sent down to 10 men on the 47th minute. Haaland took the lead, and then Ruben Diaz was sent off 2 minutes later, and Rodri managing to get a second for Man City and to provisionally at least send them 5 points clear of us. We need to win to keep up the pressure on them against Newcastle. And I'm very happy with the way that we played last time out against Chelsea, so I see no reason to change absolutely anyone or anything in the team. So we are going to... I was tempted there to switch them up to attack. No, we'll keep it exactly as it was for the start of the Chelsea game for this Newcastle game. So a highlight straight from kickoff here in the pouring rain up in Newcastle is Fabian Schär plays a long ball forward. Why did I get that highlight? So in real life, this one ended 2-0 to Arsenal. Hopefully we can get a similar result to that in game today as Thomas Partey with a ball over to Bukayo Saka. Dan Burn doing well in defence though for Newcastle, and Alan Saint-Maximin can come forward with it, but that's a bad touch from him, and White in there with the interception. Now William Saliba finds Xhaka looking for Saka. Burn intercepts well and plays it back to the Newcastle goalkeeper, and they can build it up from the back. Now Joe Linton, but he's dawdled on the ball. It's Jesus now to Odegaard, through to Martinelli. Martinelli with a chance to get the opener. It's off the bar, fired off the bar by Gabriel Martinelli, and Newcastle scramble that clear somehow. We get a bit of a goal line technology thing again, but the camera angle just makes it look like it's over the line because I can't see any shadow there. Murphy with a throw in deep in our half, headed away but only to Joe Linton. Now it's Willock, the former Arsenal man, looking to make his former club pay there, but it was a good save from Aaron Ramsdale, or I think that might have just actually gone over the bar. Zinchenko with a throw in on the left-hand side, finds Xhaka, back to Zinchenko. He is looking for a pass, finds Thomas Partey, shot from him, blocked and then cleared eventually by Willock, up towards Isaac, headed away by the defender, and once again, not much of a chance there, that highlight. We have got key highlights on, so I'm very confused as to how some of these are key highlights. Free kick on the halfway line, Fabian Schär to take it for Newcastle. Plays it short to Joe Linton. Now it's Willock with a through ball at Saint-Maximin. Now Isaac, great challenge from Saliba, but forces Saint-Maximin once again. He's being pushed wide though, thankfully. Ball into the box though. Joe Linton with a header, and Ramsdale is there with some safe hands to pick that up. Newcastle, of course, looking to cement their 3rd place in the league. Win today would do wonders for them, as Martinelli intercepts nicely from some dawdling on the ball from Murphy. Martinelli, though, is forced to go back to Granit Xhaka now, and Zinchenko with the ball, the left back, forward to Martinelli once more. Plays it back to Zinchenko. Xhaka, central to Thomas Partey. Now Bukayo Saka with a shot, and it's a good save from Nick Pope. Ben White winning the ball inside his own half, coming forward with it now, the right back. He's got options ahead of him if he wants to find anyone. Decides to play it back to Thomas Partey and be safe instead, as Thomas Partey finds a wonderful through ball to Bukayo Saka. First time cross, it's deflected, it's off the bar, and Newcastle getting away with it once again as they manage to scramble that one clear. No idea where that ball was going as it was in the air after the deflection, but fortunately for them, it hit off the bar and there was a Newcastle man there to head the ball away. Throw in for Newcastle in an advanced position. It's been a very even first half so far as Isaac's got the ball in the box. Now Almiron to Isaac. Good save from Ramsdale. So Maximin just couldn't get there to get his shot away, and even if he had, he would have been offside. Gabriel Jesus running forward from a deep position. Now it's Odegaard at the right side of the pitch. Down by the byline now. Plays it back to Ben White. Now Saka. Ben White once more into the box. Martinelli with a header, and it's a good save from Nick Pope once again. Possible chance for someone to get a goal just before half time here. St. Maximin's got the ball. Plays it back to Dan Burn. Forward to St. Maximin. Ball in the box. Isaac's there. It's deflected, and that is looping, and Ramsdale just palms that away. He had no idea where that was going to land, and he thought it best to be safe and just push it away there. And fortunately, it worked. Last chance of the half. It's Murphy with a free kick, and that is fired over the bar. And surely that's going to be half-time and 0-0. Indeed it is. There's the half-time whistle. It's been a very, very tight game. If you look at the match stats, 9 shots in Newcastle, 8 for us, 2 on target for them, 3 on target for us. XG is at 0.02 of a difference. So it's a very entertaining 0-0 so far. But obviously, we don't want entertainment. We just want wins. We've got a few players not playing well as well. We've got Zinchenko at left back on a yellow card and a 6.5. Xhaka once again on a yellow card and a 6.5. Martinelli's on a 6.5 and Jesus is on a 6.3. Now, they are all feeling motivated after the team talk. I just told them to get revenge on Newcastle. But the 2 players that are on 6.5s and with a yellow card, I am going to take off because I don't want to go down to 10 men. So Kieran Tierney coming on at left back for Zinchenko, and then we'll make that change we made last game where Xhaka comes off and Elneny comes on. So we've put Tierney as a fullback on support, the same rule that Zinchenko. No, it's not the same rule that Zinchenko had actually. Zinchenko was a complete wing-back. So Tierney is playing as a fullback on support. Elneny is in as a ball-winning midfielder on defend once again. We're gonna push these 2 wingers up again like we did in the Chelsea game, just to give us a bit more going forward, and hopefully those 2 changes help us out in this second half. Botman with a free kick at the back for Newcastle, plays it short to Dan Burn. Can we win the ball high up the field and get an opportunity here? Ball played forward. We do win the ball, and we win it again there actually. So Thomas Partey on the ball to Bukayo Saka. Dan Burn in nicely though in defence, and Newcastle should get this away, you would think. They're just playing short passes between their defenders. Now Joe Linton moves it forward to Murphy, who looks for Almiron, and that looked like a foul off the ball, but Murphy's continuing with it. Ball into the box. White, what are you doing? That is a very dangerous back pass for Ben White to make there. Just hooking it back to Ramsdale and goal. Thankfully, Ramsdale was aware and managed to get it clear as Saka pounces on a bad touch from Newcastle. And now Thomas Partey back to the centre-back, Gabriel. Ben White now coming forward. Partey out wide right to Saka. Can he get a ball? And he can. It's Jesus, and it's 1-0. Gabriel Jesus with the opener once again on the score sheet. He got a hat-trick last time out. He's got 1 today. It's 4 goals in 2 games, if you can do maths. And Saka with the assist. It was Thomas Partey, Ben White and Saka all involved there. Saka with a great low cross, and then Jesus just nipping in there to tuck it away. And after 52 minutes, we're 1-0 up, and we are back to within 2 points of Man City as things stand, as Dan Burn comes forward with the ball now. It's Isaac from Newcastle. Plays it back to Botman. Now Bruno to Willock, former Arsenal man, looking to get an assist here. It's Almiron. He's through on goal. It's Ramsdale who needs to save, and he does. A great save from Ramsdale, just getting his head in the way of that one, I think. Corner though for Newcastle. It's Alan Saint-Maximin to take it from the left-hand side. Whipped into the back post, but Ramsdale comes out and collects that very confidently. So an hour played, and we are going to make another change. Martinelli is going to make way. Trossard coming on once again. Trossard looking nervous, but Martinelli on a 6.4. We can't really be having that. Throw in deep in our own half. Tierney almost losing out to Bruno, but is very fortunate. Now Trossard over the halfway line. Newcastle win the ball back though with Joe Linton. Now Willock back to Botman. We need to try and win the ball back high up the field once more, but Burn is coming forward over the halfway line. Plays it forward to St. Maximin. He's in the box now. This is a chance for Newcastle. Ball to the box. And Mohamed Elneny has possibly given away a penalty here. Isaac's gone down. There's 18 minutes or so to go. The referee's checking with VAR. And it's been given. We need some heroics from Ramsdale in goal now. Otherwise, this is not looking good for our title chances. It's Shah with the penalty, and he's smashed that past Ramsdale. And we need to go and try and find another goal. Right, just over 10 minutes to go. We've got to throw in deep in their half. Tierney, ball into the box. Saka's there with a header. It's headed away by Target, actually, as it comes to Party. Now Saka in the box. It's White. Ben White with a chance. Ben White with a terrible shot. And that is out for a corner? Yeah, corner. I didn't see a deflection there. I think Pope might have just caught that and walked out with it as the ball's played in and headed away. Thomas Partey on the edge of the box now, and really, I'd kind of want him to shoot from there. Under 10 minutes to go, we need to do something. I'm not really sure what we can do apart from go more attacking, which is what I'm going to have to do. We're going to go attacking. We're going to put Tierney on it as a fullback on attack. I think he was already on that because he's set to automatic. Yeah, we'll put Odegaard as an advanced playmaker on attack as well. Saka's playing really well, so I don't really want to take him off. And Odegaard's playing all right, but he's a player that can get something out of a game where he's not really done much. So I think we're not going to make any personnel changes. We'll just make a tactical tweak there, and hopefully we'll get another chance in the last 10 minutes. There's less than a minute to go. We have the ball. Can we get a late winner here? It's Ben White with the ball forward. That's terrible. But everyone's just passing terrible. It's Bruno now for Newcastle. Sam Maximin plays it back to Botman. We need to win the ball. A bit of urgency would be nice here, boys, as Willock is forced to go back but finds a ball out wide right to Bondswell. Who the hell is he? Bondswell with the ball in. Wilson's there. Please, no. Is the flag gone up? Has it been disallowed? It says disallowed. Oh, no, I don't think it's been disallowed. What's going on? The check-in. Thank God for that. That would have pretty much ended our slim title chances. And there's the full-time whistle. A 1-1 draw against Newcastle isn't good enough, I'm afraid. Very lucky in the end that Callum Wilson goal was chalked off for being offside. I thought that the save was going to be over in the first episode there. So after both ourselves and Man City have played in this game week, let's take a look at the comparison. So Man City are top of the league as they were in real life on 83 points. Their goal difference is identical now to what they had as well. However, we are 2 points worse off than Arsenal in real life. How has this happened? That result against Chelsea, I think we scored all our goals in that game. Newcastle, Man United fill out the rest of the top four as it was in real life. We've got Liverpool in 5th. Brighton are up in 6th rather than Tottenham, where Tottenham have dropped down to 8th compared to real life. And then down in the relegation zone, we've got Southampton rock bottom, but with a point more than they had in real life. Leeds are way ahead of where they were in real life. They're up in 16th on 33 points, so 3 points better off than this stage of the season. And then Everton are in the drop zone, 3 points worse off than real life. Leicester taking their place in the safe haven of 17th place on 32 points, 2 points better off than they were in real life. But obviously the story of this save is the top two, and we've got a massive task in our last 3 games. We are heavily reliant on Man City not dropping points in just 1 game, but 2 games. And let's take a look at who Man City have got in their last 3 games. So they've got Everton, they're battling relegation, so that could be a bit of a challenge for them. They've got Chelsea, who are really just doing nothing in mid-table, and then they've got Brentford, who are possibly pushing for European football for next season. So there's a slim chance of them dropping points, but for them to drop points in 2 games, I just don't see it happening. But we can only hope. So looking ahead to the next episode, and it is going to be the final 3 games of the season. We've got Brighton, who are 6th, Forest, who are 19th and still battling away to save themselves from relegation, and Wolves, who are 15th. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out, and I'll see you next time for hopefully a surprise title win. But I can't make any promises.